Hello. Well, the action here, the Embassy Whirlpool Championships of 2003 just keeps on getting better and better. And next up we have the ladies' final between two ladies who have pretty much dominated this event for the last 4 years. It's Sue Thompson, the reigning world champion, up against Lisa Quick, the number 2 seed. Over 15 frames to decide who will become this year's world champion. Well, I'm delighted to say that VIKKI LAYTON, the UK ladies 2002 champion, has joined me in the studio. VIKKI, what happened to you in this one?
Well, I got beat in the last 16 by Lisa Quick. Thought it was going to be the same as 2 years ago when I played her in the last 16 as well. Knocked her out when she was defending champion, but it wasn't to be. Too many mistakes.
You're the expert, you know these players so well. Who do you think is going to win the title today?
I think on current form it's got to be Sue, is favourite for this tournament. She's just won every single tournament she's entered in the last 18 months and just been outstanding. She is such a strong player. Let's just take a look at her statistics and how she's got through to the final. Very comfortable. Yes, it was.
6-4 in the last 16, pushed slightly there, but then after that, losing only 2 frames in the next 2 matches. She's with Alan Hughes at the moment. Let's hear what she has to say.
Yes, Mark, well, I've got Sue Thompson here with me, appearing in her 9th final, raring to go, undefeated in 18 months. How's you coming into today's final feeling?
Feeling really good. I've been practising a lot more. I've got my table back at home, you know, with my mum and dad's, and since I've had the table back at home, I haven't gone wrong in any of the tournaments, so I'm looking forward to today. Should be a good final.
Are you confident?
Yes.
All the very best.
The reigning champion, very, very confident indeed. She's a confident player, isn't she?
She's very confident, yes. She's just an out-and-out potter. She don't like to play tactics, anything. She just goes for it. She sees the finish there. She doesn't play safe.
Absolutely. Well, she's up against a very attacking player in the shape of Lisa Quick, who's very recently dyed her hair blonde. The new look, Lisa Quick. She's had a tough route to the final. She
has had a very tough route to the final. As you can see there, myself in the last 16, after being 5-3 up, she's come back and beat me 6-5. Vanessa also gave her a great game and had chances to win the last frame. Emma Cunningham, young girl from Northern Ireland, 15 years of age, losing by putting the black and the white.
Well, it's a tough, tough sport, this. But I think that Lisa's with Alan, so let's see what Lisa has to say.
Well, Mark, now I've got Lisa Quick here with me, and she is appearing in another final. It seems like old times to be back here once again. What's the preparation been this year?
This year I've been a lot more serious, I think. Less party and a bit more practice, and just really looking forward to it now.
Are you going to go into the match in a different frame of mind? You've got any tactical plans?
No tactics, just play it how I see it, really.
Then you do very well today. Many congratulations for getting here. Lisa Quick, thank you.
Now, Lisa is a very laid-back character, but VIKKI, to me, she looks slightly nervous then.
I wouldn't say nervous, no. I was talking to her last night and she's up for this match after her performance last year. She's very keen to get this title back.
Come on then, give me a scoreline prediction.
I wouldn't say a scoreline prediction, but I just feel that Lisa Quick is destined to win this tournament after the way she's come through the round-robin stages. But I'm going to have to stick my neck out and go for Sue Thompson with just the performance she's been playing the last 18 months. She's been absolutely superb. OK, well, it's going to be a very tough match. Whatever happens, for the introductions, I'll hand you over to our MC, Mr. Alan Hughes.
Well, thank you, Mark. Let's welcome the players in this magnificent final. First, we welcome the only player to have held the World Pool and Snooker titles in the same year, and she's reached the full final 4 times in the last 5 years. A tremendous achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Will you welcome into the arena the very talented Lisa Quick. And, ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, the defending champion, with an equally impressive record and going for a 5th world title, who is undefeated in top-class tournaments for 18 months. Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome the reigning Embassy World Champion, Sue Thompson.
Well, the ladies' final, this is the one we've all been waiting for. The number 1 seed, Sue Thompson, versus the number 2 seed, Lisa Quick. This isn't an instant replay of last year's final. It's 2003. But Lisa Quick will be looking to avenge that loss from last year. It was a very one-sided victory for Sue Thompson. 8-3 the final last year read. And this year, Lisa's hoping to write a different chapter in that book. Well, alongside me, former England captain and UK #1 for no less than 10 years, Keith Brewer. And Keith, it seems like every year the ladies' final just seems to get better and better, and this does present a tremendous contest, doesn't it?
Well, Jim, yeah, it's good to be back. And we're looking at two of undoubtedly the greatest lady players that have ever played pool.
Well, both so gifted and so aggressively minded, too. These two go after it. They don't wait about. I mean, Sue, obviously, the upper hand, psychologically anyway, having won this event last year over Lisa Quick. But she has lost to Lisa Quick on no less than 2 occasions. In the '99 semifinal, 7-3, and also in the semifinals to Lisa, she lost in 2001, a 7-4 scoreline. So if nothing else, Lisa Quick knows the lady at the table is beatable.
Right, well, Sue at the table. She's been playing tremendous this week. I've watched a couple of her matches, and one of the interesting ones, Jim, was the one when she played Linda in the semi-final. And a lot of people thought, well, because Linda's got the tactical expertise, there could be an interesting result there, but Sue just really blew her away.
Yeah, Sue has seemed to own Linda over the last few years. Linda Ledbetter was dominant in the early 90s, early and mid-90s, in fact, when Embassy kicked off its sponsorship here in the World Championship. She owned this event.
30 seconds.
4 world titles in the early days. There's a foul from Sue Thompson. We're going to get our first look at Lisa Quick. But ever since Lisa and Sue have come on the scene, they are a gear apart from the rest of the field.
I suppose the only way you can look at this last shot was that Sue did play it in an aggressive manner. She's tried to come off the 2 rails and actually make the ball, where a lot of players would probably have just settled for coming across the table and trying to leave it over the pocket. And in doing so, she's misjudged it and give Lisa 2 visits.
Contrasting paths en route to this final as well, Keith. Lisa Quick was made to have to suffer through a few one-frame deciders in both her quarterfinal lineup and semifinal match. Both 7-6 wins. Where by contrast, Sue Thompson breezed through with a 7-1 win in the quarters and 7-2, as you noted, over Linda Ledbetter. Lisa Quick right now is staring at the first frame and a chance to seize it. 3 open reds.
But one thing that Lisa has shown this week is real battling qualities, because on a number of occasions where she's been behind in matches and she's come back to pinch it on the deciding frame, to look at the last 3 rounds and win every match on the decider shows a lot of character.
Yeah, she's got her second visit in now, given the foul, but look at this. That is unbelievable, inexcusable, to be fair. Totally mishit that cue ball. And that is probably as good a sign of early nerves as you're going to see, Keith.
Well, just can't believe what I've seen. I mean, a gift of a chance, really, with 2 visits on this match, and then to play a shot like that. That's just the adrenaline pumping, isn't it? First frame as well. Probably not settled 100% yet. But I bet Sue really can't believe her luck here.
And this will go a long ways to settling Sue Thompson's confidence. The defending champion, slots the 8 into the center and opens accounts here in the Ladies Embassy World Final. She leads Lisa Quick 1-0 in this best of 15 final. But who could have thought that? After Sue Thompson fouled, most people, I'm sure, as were we, virtually given that frame to Lisa Quick, but not to be. And Lisa's got to erase the memories of how she let that one slip away. One more look at the shot that cost her so dearly. She just drew that cue ball right back into the center pocket, never looked anywhere but into the center pocket. What a scare she survived in her semifinal match against 15-year-old Emma Cunningham, did Lisa Quick. A 7-6 win, but at 6-6, Emma Cunningham potted the black only to go in off and give the match to Lisa, and that's how she got here to the final. She's on borrowed time.
Foul.
What a break-off. At least the referee survived that one.
Open table.
Well, inexcusable at this level, Jim, to go off the table, because that is actually 2 visits, not 1 visit. That's the only time that happens from the break, and that is, wow, what about that for power?
Well, Sue obviously can have a smile about that, probably because she didn't kill the referee.
Now, what Lisa's got to make sure she does is get this frame under her belt, because she's already let one slip and she doesn't want to let another one slip. One of the things you've got to do at this level is, when your opponents make mistakes, you've got to punish them, especially when you're playing someone as good as Sue. You've got to let them know that you're up for the game.
Those little mind games that players play amongst each other that go on off the table, that's a very important one you just alluded to, Keith. Vital. Otherwise, you'll see your opponent grow in confidence. If they sense that you're struggling in any way, when they smell blood, well, they start to circle their prey, don't they? And a sure sign. This looks a lot more confident from Lisa. And as I said, will go a long way to erase the memory of that last frame.
Well, I would take it that the way she's playing this, Jim, that this last red must go into the centre pocket. And she's really never been out of position here. Perfect finish so far.
Taking no chances, though. Just having our referee, Steve Brooker, clean that cue ball. You got to like the fact that she's composed enough to think about this. Still 2 visits, remember, with the foul from the break, though remains to be seen if she'll need it, and it's not likely. And the 8 departs the table, and you can see Lisa Quick with a little stamp of the cue punctuates that win. 1-1, Sue Thompson and Lisa Quick. Well, if it was important to send that message to Sue, Lisa has accomplished that with flying colors. As you said, Keith, she was never out of trouble and controlled the cue ball perfectly. Six world titles between these two ladies. And Steve Brooker is asked to apply the triangle to the reds, yellows, and black one more time. Sue Thompson had a quick look at the break when she broke off. They want to make sure that everything is touching. You get a very good split that way. Give yourself your best chance to have one of those balls find a pocket. 2 world championships already to Lisa Quick, and 4 to Sue Thompson. Bidding for an unprecedented 5th Embassy World title is Sue Thompson. And at the table right now, with one problem area that's very noticeable, the red and the yellow next to the side cushion, as Lisa can only shake her head from that break effort.
Red ball's in play.
And the red on the left-hand cushion poses a problem. At some stage, she's going to have to develop that red. That's the one that's awkwardly placed.
She has actually got the perfect ball. The one down by the black. If she can get down there and leave a little angle, it should be simple enough to move that red into play. But there's another big break there from Lisa, and of course, as I found out, you know, it's not always a matter of having the big break, it's making a ball on the break. That's what's important. And it doesn't seem to matter what you do, there's no secret for that.
Sue Thompson representing Scotland in the team event this year, and Lisa Quick representing England.
She didn't want to go this way. She wanted to take the one in the middle of the table and come down for the one near the black. She wanted to leave the one over the corner pocket. But if she's going to go for the finish now, she's got to roll the one into the centre. Well, hold on a minute. We're going to try and arc the cue ball here, I do believe. No, didn't get hold of it right.
She tried to dislodge that red there, didn't she?
She was playing it with lots of top, and she was trying to arc the cue ball into the two balls. As you can see, it just didn't bite until the end.
Well, if this red passes, I don't know whether or not it does. She may have one to the center, but she's offering a smile. Totally unplanned. Mind you, having looked at it, Keith, it looked on, didn't it?
Well, she's played it as a safety. She just wanted the yellow to go over and sit on top of the red, and unfortunately she's gone and potted it. Long way out with that one though, Jim. That was a tough pot she was going for. And, well, great chance for Lisa again. All 3 frames. She's had a good chance now.
She's having a good look, though. The red is nestled up to that yellow on the right-hand side. It's not going to make life any easier. She just wants to make sure that if she did hit it, that she wasn't going to be pocketing the red.
What she's got to be careful of is, she's going to play a tactical shot, probably a snooker or something like that. But what she's looking at, of course, Sue can actually play up, hit the yellow, and knock the red over the pocket. And that's what she's checking. That's a good shot. Read the danger there, Jim. A lot of players would have just played up the table, played the snooker, but she realised what would happen if she did that, so elected to cover the pocket instead.
She seems quite content with the position right now. Both of these ladies go after it when the winning line in any frame presents itself. They do not hesitate. You've seen a couple indications already of that. And now you almost feel like Lisa Quick has to try and knock these yellows in. All 7 still remain on the table.
She knows this is a massive opportunity for her. They're all there. It's just a matter of picking them off one by one, keeping that cue ball under control.
To be honest, Keith, she could play the yellow in the middle of the table into the corner pocket and take the cue ball off the side and go up and get that difficult one, the top of the table, without any danger if she wanted to.
Well, for me, Jim, that was the wrong shot.
Now she's made life very difficult. Another look at it here. I mean, there was no reason for her to take that yellow, and certainly to remove the one from the corner pocket. Well, she's having a little laugh.
Time running.
No harm done though, Jim, if you take a look, because she can just roll this yellow over the pocket now, lay the snooker on the one in the centre of the table, and force Sue, if she can, to play the one near the bottom. Unless she may still be going for the finish then.
Well, I don't know whether or not that yellow's available on the bottom cushion, Keith. At first glance, it didn't appear so.
Well, I think she's trying to leave an angle here to cannon. I think she was going to leave the yellow. I think she was going to leave the yellow into the middle and come down and actually cannon into these, but I don't think that's the right shot. I think she should have just laid that over the pocket and just sat and waited. But as we've said before, Jim, you know, they do play very aggressive, these two ladies.
And you can see she's got an angle on the yellow to the right-hand bottom corner as we look, and can definitely take that cue ball into red and yellow on the bottom cushion. So here we go. Good shot. Now I'm going to have to thump this one down the cushion. Try and get the cue ball out towards the center of the table for the yellow in the middle.
Yeah, the only problem she's had there, she's just come a bit straight on this ball. It's only a matter of drawing it back to virtually where it is now, just rolling it in the middle. There you can see you're virtually straight. Just good cueing, this is all that's
30
needed.
seconds.
That'll do just nicely, I do believe.
Right hand middle for the yellow, and off the top cushion and back down towards the black for the cue ball.
Careless, Jim. That's all you can say to that shot.
She's had her chances here early. This one just catching both knuckles and staying on the playing surface cruelly for Lisa Quick. That was a nifty little shot from Sue Thompson. Sue Thompson accepts that gift. 2-1 she leads. And what a different scoreline we could be looking at here. Lisa Quick has had a chance in every frame.
A nervy start from both players. Vicky, Lisa could be 3-0 up.
She could be 3-0 up, yeah, but I don't think it will bother her. She'll
Really?
still keep her head on. She does look a bit nervous, but these two want the title so badly.
It was interesting when she walked back to her chair after the second frame, she really stamped her cue on the floor. Is that like her?
It is, yes. On the table, she's a beast, if you like. Both players are very, you know, I think there's a few mind games going on out there.
So they're just settling down at the moment.
They are, yeah.
Okay, it's nervy stuff, but I think that Sue Thompson is going to be the happier of the two at the moment, leading by 2 frames to 1. I'll hand you back to Keith and Jim.
Well, I certainly have to agree with that assessment. She's probably more than happy 2-1 in front, and how different that scoreline could be if Lisa Quick was taking her opportunities. Remember the last time Sue Thompson broke?
Full frame.
She almost killed that gentleman in the front row. So she's got to keep that cue ball on the table here. Frame number 4. Best of 15, ladies final.
Red ball pocket.
Well, I've been known to describe these ladies as animals before, but never beasts. But there you go. Another monster break. Just look at the cue ball there, lifting, what, 3-4 inches off the bed of the table. That is some power. I mean, a lot of the men can't generate that kind of power.
Yellow ball's in play.
Choice of reds here, Keith. The one nearest the bottom right would clear a path for another to the same pocket, but She's nicely onto a couple to the left center if she so chooses. She well overhit that one.
Well, what she's tried to do here is obviously come back and disturb that yellow ball. Completely misjudged it. And now she's well out of position. But she does have one into the centre. Now, Jim, did that roll? That looked to me like that rolled in.
Well, that cloth does have a nap, Keith. Would the nap cause it to roll slightly? Would you have to allow for that when you roll a ball? I know you do on a snooker table.
Yeah, that's quite true, but usually, because we only play on the 7-foot tables, we don't really usually have a problem, but that did seem to go. I'm not so sure that's just down to the nap. That really did look like it went. To be fair, though, Jim, Sue hasn't made a gesture that it moved. It just looked to us like it did.
30 seconds.
Well, I also have to be honest and say I thought Sue was on reds when I alluded to her removing the ball nearest the right-hand corner. I thought she was on reds, but it's Lisa Quick that's on reds. And look at this, a fluke! And how nice is that? She quickly apologizes to Sue, but Lisa Quick is not giving herself a lot of positive things to think about, is she?
Well, I was talking to her yesterday, Jim, and she was really up for this match, and I just wonder if it's a case of she may be trying a little bit hard here, you know, too hard sometimes. Because really, she should be 3-0 up. Hasn't settled as much as probably what Sue has. But Sue's just going to attack anyway, no matter where they are.
And Lisa was the runner-up in the Ladies World Snooker Championships earlier in the year. And that's the worst finish she can see here. But she'd love to take one world title away from 2003.
Seconds.
That red, the lower of the two together, certainly looks available bottom left. And if she gets on it, what a shot it would be.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, that was a wonderful attempt. It really was. She's very unlucky to finish there. I mean, just look at the power there. Over on the rail, a bit aside. She couldn't have got it any closer. I mean, if she'd have cannoned the black by another inch, she would have been on the red at the bottom. But of course, that problem was caused before, wasn't it? When she potted the ball and put the two reds together, she gave herself that problem.
30 seconds.
Well, instead of having the frame at her mercy, she once again will be looking for containment.
Well, she had two options, I suppose. I mean, she could have played the aggressive one there, Jim. She could have potted the ball, screwed back and tried to cannon the black and hold on the red. But, of course, if she got it wrong, she's just opening up the pocket for Sue. So she's elected just to play a safety and take her chances.
Nothing easy about this finish, though, for Sue Thompson. Good shot there. That'll help her cause. If this yellow on the bottom passes that red, and it does, this is a glorious opportunity for Sue.
Well, that's always one of the problems we have, you know, because there was quite a big space in the pocket. So obviously, when you're trying to move the ball, you've got to try and catch the cushion first. And she's actually tried to go off the red first. And by doing that, although she's clipped the red, she's just not clipped it thick enough. She could have afforded to aim slightly wide off the cushion, bearing in mind that she had the two yellows over the middle pocket. However, I'm pretty sure we'll see Sue carry on attacking. She's got two balls now to try and get behind that yellow. Plenty of room.
And that's what it's all about. The Embassy Ladies trophy for singles play. Well, she's going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat here, Keith.
Well, she took the cue ball around the angles, obviously, to get on this, but she wasn't going to be 100% sure where the cue ball would finish. But she has actually finished with an angle. But it's a bit of a manufactured one if she's going to have a go. Well, I'm not sure what this is all about. Well, what about that? What about that shot?
That is the shot of the match thus far. You can mark that one down. There was hardly any pocket there. That didn't faze Sue Thompson. She's just off straight on this yellow, though, and that's going to make life a little more difficult. She's going to need another fine clip on that black into the same pocket that she just potted that fantastic yellow. So she's overhit this. This is a fine cut yet again.
Don't cut, Jim. She's gone too far. This does not cut. Well, I didn't think the other one cut, but I'm sure this don't. Double them possibly. Double back in the middle. Here we go.
Well, she hasn't done bad. I don't know whether the top of those two reds passes into the middle. If it doesn't, then she hasn't done bad at all. You can see she sees that red, but does the top red nearest the cue ball pass into the right center? Because then she could just flick this in off that side cushion, would almost guarantee herself dropping on that red.
I know the shot you're saying, Jim. I don't think that's on. They're right next to each other, these two reds, and she's got problems here. I mean, she's lucky to be able to see the one over the pocket, isn't she? Here we go. She's playing the shot that you've said, off the rail first, flick it round, but it's going to be a safety. She's in a good position for the safety, though. Lay the snooker now, but she's got to make sure she hits a cushion. But I'll tell you what, Jim, she's got the white just about spot on.
Yes, that was the red I was looking at to see whether you could play that. Looks like it was close, Keith, didn't it? But this is a much better option for Lisa Quick.
And I'll tell you what, that's good thinking. Because a lot of people would probably have not seen that shot. She's got the white ball in the perfect position and laid a snooker, and that could win her this frame.
And it should now, with the foul, 2 visits to Lisa Quick. Sue desperately wanted to hit that black to save, given that extra visit to Lisa.
She's actually gone all around it there, hasn't she? She's missed it by a couple of inches each side. So a great chance for Lisa now. Oh dear. Well, first of all, she's played it too hard. I'm not saying it's the wrong ball, but she should have played it a lot slower, because she's played it in such a way that she would leave it over the pocket. So it's second visit, and well, if she's going to continue here, she's going to have to pot this in the corner and probably run the white right round the table.
How awkward has she made this? And she's missed it. Would you believe it? She just doesn't look settled to me, Keith. Well, there's some more play in this, and the way that Sue has played that, I can't believe she didn't just try and roll that in.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Jim, because if she rolled it in and left it in the jaws, she left her a very hard cut in the middle, and then obviously no position to get on. I mean, just look at this. She must have been 3 or 4 inches out with that. But look where she's left the cue ball. That's what's important. And she's left it, so she... Well, Jim, how many more misses are we going to see here?
Well, there's nothing certain about this black, but usually when nerves creep into the game, they can creep in to both cue arms. Wouldn't surprise me to see Sue miss this. Not today. Sue Thompson, 3-1 in front of Lisa Quick. And how many chances did Lisa have to win that frame before Sue Thompson finally secures it to go 2 clear?
Well, what will Lisa be thinking there? She's been presented with 2 very good opportunities to win the match. The first one with 2 visits was really inexcusable. But even after Sue's missed that black, which is always nice when you come to the table knowing your opponent's just missed, and then you go and miss a sitter in the middle. She was just trying to manufacture an angle to get down for the last red, and she didn't have to do it. She could have afforded just to roll it in, nice and slow, take the cut. It would have been ideal. But she's got to sort her head out now because, to be fair, Jim, she's had all 4 frames on a plate in this match so far.
Well, let's give them their due. They are playing in the final of the Embassy Ladies World Singles event. And nothing down for Lisa. She didn't even stick around to watch the ball. She went back to her chair. I think she's disgusted with her performance in these first 4 frames. She raises the bar so high on her level of play, and I think she is just totally frustrated with how she is set out here in this final.
Just amazing on that break. We're talking about powerful breaks, but the number of balls that finished in the top half of the table I've never seen.
Red ball's in play.
Delayed action on the red there. The red actually sat up for about 5 seconds before it dropped.
Watch this. Slow motion, and down it goes.
Another thing to notice while she played that shot as well is that she sent a yellow right down the table and covered the bottom left-hand pocket. So this makes this finish even harder now. Yellows are actually in a good position if Lisa can get to the table.
But she has to feel very strong right now, almost as though even if she gives Lisa a chance, she's not going to be punished. That's a terrific feeling. You never wish ill on your opponent, but when you feel like you're allowed a mistake or even more in a frame and you can still secure it, eventually you're going to grow.
Yeah, she can certainly sense that Lisa's making mistakes. She's not settled, and like you say, Jim, you know, you feel like you can play, knowing you're going to get a second bite of the cherry every time.
Just takes all the pressure off, Keith.
30 seconds.
And you do tend to take more chances, and when you feel like you can take more chances, things happen.
Yellow ball's in play.
Great attempt there by Sue. Maybe even a cheeky attempt, depends what way you want to look at it. I mean, to try the double into the middle, but she wouldn't normally try that.
My point exactly, Keith. That's what I mean when I said you get to feel like you can take more chances and you allow better things to happen.
So once again, an opportunity for Lisa in this frame. The only problem ball would probably be the yellow on the bottom rail here near the
30 seconds.
near the red, because it doesn't pass into the right hand pocket, but it will plant onto the other one over the pocket now. She's moving that one away. A bit surprised at that shot. I thought she'd have left that. Oh well, didn't realise this. This yellow flies in. Well, it's all there, Jim. Once again, I didn't realise that this potted so easily.
How important is this visit for Lisa, Keith?
Well, it's massive now, isn't it? Because she knows she's made mistakes. Now, has she done that on purpose? I'm not sure. I mean, there wasn't a lot of room. And sometimes when you know you're struggling, you do. I mean, look at that. She's actually played it into the cushion. I think she may have done that deliberately, Jim. I think she's bought the pocket. You do that, you know. I know from my experiences, if you know you're not hitting the ball well and things aren't going your way, what you do is you just tie the games up.
Well, Sue will have nothing to do with the tactical battle here, will she? She just keeps throwing the gauntlet down, forcing Lisa to go for yellows and try and pot out. Obviously feeling like she won't be able to do that.
That's right, because she feels that Lisa hasn't taken any of the finishes out that she's had anyway. So she feels that she can present her with an opportunity like this and feel that she's probably going to fall over somewhere. But to be fair, if Lisa just plays like she normally plays, this is an easy finish for her. Overrun it slightly though. It's funny how little things keep on happening, Jim, isn't it, when it's not running your way.
Well, the match table, in talking to a few of the players that have already competed on it, say that it's been running faster than anything they've ever played on. And there's another indication right there. Overhit that by about 18 inches, I'd say.
Well, listen, of a mistake though, Jim, isn't it? A positional mistake. I mean, she should still get this in the centre pocket though. She's good enough to get this. And that's perfect.
What a shot. What a recovery.
Yeah, I think what we've got to bear in mind, and I know that both of these girls have been in many finals, but I'm sure that our viewers at home don't realise is that we don't always play on an 8-foot table. And for the girls, this is their first time playing on it. They play on 7-foot tables and all the rounds up till the final. And then they come on here. And sometimes, if you've not been playing on the table, you're not familiar with how it's rolling, playing, the speed, etc. And you can excuse them for the odd mistake. But some of the mistakes we've seen so far have been completely outrageous.
Well, nothing short of a glaring mistake is going to stop Lisa Quick from seizing frame number 5. And that's nicely controlled onto this 8 into the right center. Go a long ways to helping her out. And she gets it. Lisa Quick, a clearance, a much-needed clearance, it is fair to say. 3-2, Sue Thompson still leads in this race to 8. You can see her talking to herself, pushing herself further, trying to gather up her focus and her concentration. This yellow there, that thought about staying on the surface of the table before it left. That was a nicely controlled cue ball in the end, Keith.
I was just going to say, Jim, that's a bit more like the Lisa Quick, isn't it? Nice, stylish finish. She's played it well, even when she got out of position slightly. She pulled out the shots to get herself back in. Great positional shot onto the black. Just what she needed. And what she's got to bear in mind, she sat there in a chair, is that she may be 3-2 down, but she's had chances in all 5 frames.
Sue Thompson, frame number 6. She crashes into the triangle of colors. Open table now for Lisa. This is a big opportunity as nothing found its way to a pocket for Sue.
Well, what I've noticed there, Jim, I thought she took a little bit of power out of that break. I mean, we know how Sue can break. And I think with the white jumping off the table before, I think she's just held up a little bit. Well, look at these reds, Jim. I mean, it's got to be the reds. She's got the 2 yellows tied up on the side cushion, so really reds are the suit.
In play.
Now, if this red passes to the bottom left corner, she's having a real good look. It'll be her choice. If it doesn't, she's got the option of a plant bottom right.
Well, all the balls are in potable positions, but they're still going to take a bit of doing. A bit of work to be done. You can see this clearly goes into the corner. Good shot there. Nice little kiss, and that's a perfect kiss. Now she has the chance now to really develop this black if she needs to. I can't tell whether the black goes into the bottom left-hand corner, but if it doesn't, she has the option now to screw back off one of these reds and move the black into a potable position.
Yes, if she can see enough of this to knock it in and do that, Keith, I feel that's easily her best option. And I think that's what she's looking at, just to see where that black is going to travel.
30 seconds.
But can she reach it comfortably, or does she have to use possibly even the spider? Well, she's asked for the rest, so that helps. Spider would have been very awkward.
Well, with her snooker background, Jim, she should be used to playing little shots like this with the rest. Played it well. Elected not to go into the black. That tells me it must go in the corner. And there we can see it does clearly pot into this corner pocket, so no need to move it. It's just a matter of picking these off and getting good position on the black. Ideally, she would like to leave the red near the bottom right-hand pocket till last, because that's obviously ideal for getting position on the black. But because of where the others are situated, I'm not sure if the red will pass into the middle. She may have to pot it now and come back. Yep, so here we go again. Another rest shot coming up. A bit more comfortable on this one, I think. Well, she's overrun that, Jim. I've got a feeling she played for the red near the black there into the bottom left-hand corner. So now we'll have to probably go up table.
This almost looks like the red top left would be the most suitable one. And now she's in a bit of trouble, Keith. She's just overrun position on this red. I wonder if she's having a look.
Well, I think the problem she's got here is obviously when she pots this next red, she's going to cannon into the yellow. And I think what she's looking at is if she can pot the other red into the middle and maybe cannon into the black. And that's what she's going to do. I'll tell you what, though, that's not the end of the world. She'll settle for that one. I don't think even Sue can clear up from here. It's not the end of the world. You can see what she's done there. Cannon in. She was thinking of the cannon more than the pot there.
Yes, I've got a feeling Sue Thompson would have been happier to see that red go down.
30 seconds.
Well, I think that she's got the snooker, Jim. I can't tell 100%. She's definitely... She had to snooker on the ball over the pocket, you see. That was the important thing, because obviously if she left her the ball over the pocket, she could win the frame. So she made sure she snookered her on that, but I think she's left her the edge of the other one. This won't be too bad, though, you know, because when she plays this, Jim, she's going to open the black up as well.
The black will be in play after this. Assuming, of course, she hits it.
Oh, what happened there? Because she could clearly see it. Clearly see it.
And look at her. As soon as she struck that, the arm went down.
Although she's given 2 visits away, though, Jim, she's not the yellow safe as this other yellow that's come over here. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful shot.
Still a long road ahead, though, for Sue. The yellow beside the black. Doesn't pass bottom left.
She's going to develop the other yellow here if she can. Well, I was a bit surprised there, Jim. I thought she had a good angle to cannon into that yellow.
I know one thing, if she's going to hold on to her visit, she'd like to do it with that yellow by the black. But look at this for potting. This is phenomenal stuff. She's just knocked in 3 yellows there. Every one of them would be a highlight reel. And in so doing, she's nudged the black into the open. Remember, she's still got 2 visits. So from nowhere, you can't see her failing now.
No, the first 3 shots has won it. I mean, the double first shot was a big shot because obviously you're carrying your 2 visits. Massive finish. I mean, she's not even going to use her 2 visits here. Very, very stylish pull.
So all she has to do is roll this in and then slow roll the black down the cushion. I think she was just confirming with the referee that she had the 2 visits.
Second visit.
And the second visit in now, that's all she wanted.
I'm out.
She's asked to have the cue ball cleaned. Again, taking no chances whatsoever. 3-2 in front. This black for a 4-2 advantage.
Time running.
And I think it's fair to say that she will have swiped this frame from Lisa Quick. There you go. 8 down, 4-2 now confirmed. And that's one she dipped right into Lisa Quick's pocket and took away. 4-2. Sue Thompson over Lisa Quick. It's a race to 8. And if Lisa Quick should go on to lose this ladies' final, she really will be kicking herself, Keith, won't she? Some of the shots that she's thrown away, the opportunities, the missed pots, and I think her expression says it all.
7th frame. Lisa Quick's a break. Trailing by 4 frames to 2.
Happy with that rack? And all set to kick things off here in frame number 7 of a possible 15. What a huge break off there. And nothing down. Watch this cue ball here. Off the angles and nothing finding its way to a pocket, Keith, as hard as she struck that break.
Yes, notable again, didn't it? The white left the bed of the table and then kind of arced down the table with all the top spin that was on. Massive break from these girls. Massive. Is it just an unusual spread there, Jim? Look at the way the balls have all spread. All the reds have kind of gone up in the middle and all the yellows have gone on the side cushions.
Red ball's in play.
Yes, and until that, there was really nothing above the center line. So reds, the color of choice for Sue Thompson. The defending champion 4 times. She has won the Embassy title.
Yellow ball's in play.
Well, let's have another look at this miss from Sue. Trying to play the red off the red, but at the same time, she was trying to get on the awkward red on the left-hand side near the middle. Obviously going to take that up into the top corner, and if she'd have got that, she'd have been away. That's the last frame before the interval coming up now, so it's very important for Lisa to try and make this frame.
30 seconds.
No, not touching.
You know, Keith, I think if Lisa can get to 4-3, and given the chances she's missed, I think she'll be quite pleased.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, we sometimes in matches where you know you've had a few chances and you've thrown them away, and if you get to a position, you know, halfway through a match, you've got the interval coming up and you're only a frame adrift, it's not the end of the world. Good shot there from Lisa. Full length for the rail. Still playing in a very positive manner. I mean, this is a very good shot indeed. Look at this, right up the cushion.
Well, there doesn't appear to be any problem yellows. If there is one that might be a little awkward, it's the one on the right-hand cushion. I suppose that one could pose a problem or two, but
well, I think she's a bit short on this for me. Needed a slight more angle. She just screwed it back maybe another 2 or 3 inches so she could roll this in and not hold for the other yellow. The problem here is the cue ball is going to be going towards the centre pocket. So she may have to elevate the cue slightly to guide the cue ball away from the middle.
30 seconds.
Of course, the problems with that is every time you have to elevate the cue slightly and you're punching down at the white ball, you've always more risk of missing, and that's exactly what she's having to do. And there we go.
good call, Keith. Having played the game for as long as you have, you well understand what it means when you start elevating. It's so important to hit the center of the cue ball, and it's not always easy to align yourself, is it, when you raise the back end of that cue? A let off yet again from Lisa Quick. Oh, I think she may be able to get this red into the right center. If she can, she'll shoot it. If she can't, at some stage, yes, she is on it. She's playing it into the center. Well, she was queuing up at it, Keith. That's the only problem ball.
Well, I think she'll definitely play it because she's on it now, and it's an awkward ball to get on.
Well, she's thinking trying to play it off the yellow to open that middle pocket up for her other red. Well, that's not ideal. Cue ball going to be running away from the reds.
Be interesting to see her choice of shot here. She's got a few options. The easiest one would be obviously the cut in the centre. That's what she's elected to do. She's leaving this problem ball awfully late. Obviously it does go up into the corner. It's only a matter of getting on it right. But we've seen her miss a shot like this already. Long distance shot into the corner pocket. She'll have to try and hold on the other red. She's got an angle on it, and it's always awkward if you're trying to stun the ball in with an angle and hold.
Seconds.
And this is a missable red that Sue Thompson is eyeing up now.
Well, Jim, I'm not really sure what the shot was there. Good pot. Didn't, obviously felt she couldn't hold. That was the problem. She had a big angle, couldn't hold, elected to screw out of the shot, up the table, but finished on nothing. One option is a double. She could go for the double on the red, back in the middle. Or the other shot is the open red in the centre of the table. She could pop that into the bottom right-hand pocket and try and screw over. Oh, it's got to be the double then, by the looks of it. Not a long way out, Jim, but unfortunately another chance for Lisa, and I feel she's really got to take this one.
Forced herself into that low percentage double. That's not bad.
In fact, it's perfect, Jim. Absolutely perfect, because the shot is now to pot the open ball into the bottom left, just stun over and take the yellow up into the top corner, ball in the middle last, which is absolutely ideal. Okay, well that's the first part done. This is the big shot. Shouldn't miss it. There's no excuse for missing it. But she knows she's missed a few balls in this match that she shouldn't have missed. It'll be in her mind. You can see she's getting herself ready for it. It's a very big shot, this now.
And that should spell 4-3.
Well, the only thing that can go wrong, Jim, is she could actually overscrew this. She's going to pop this in the centre and just screw over slightly for the black. And she took the other option and ran through. That's perfect.
Black into the center. And Lisa Quick will be going into the mid-session interval, 4-3 behind Sue Thompson, but with momentum on her side. It's a race to 8, 4-3, Thompson over Quick.
I think it's going to be a very relieved Lisa Quick, training by just one frame in the mid-session interval. That was fairly scrappy stuff, wasn't it, Vicky?
It was, yes, by both players. I mean, Lisa's 4-3 down, but she could easily be, you know, running away with this match, but she's just missed so many chances.
But is Lisa being too hard on herself?
I just feel that she shows her emotions too much. Her temperament's not the best, and you know, the slightest little thing gets into her head, and you can see by her face and her attitude around the table there.
Because Sue has made a couple of mistakes. We're going to show you one or two of them here. This shot here it was a brave shot to take on. Would you have played it?
Well, I think she had to play it, but she's a bit unlucky not to pot it, really. She wasn't that far out with it, but, you know, it's not happening for her at the moment, is it?
It's not, is it? Mid-session interval, what is going through the players' minds at the moment?
I think Sue will be happy to be 4-3 ahead.
Yeah.
Lisa, let's see how she handles it when she comes back after the break. I think the next frame is very important. Whoever wins the next frame, I think, could go on to win the tournament.
Very interesting that Sue has not left the arena. She's still in the arena. She's behind me at the moment. What's all that about?
I don't know. she seems pretty calm to me, Sue. I don't
Really?
think anything's going to faze her. No,
Right.
she's here to do a job, and I think she looks good.
Philosophical sort of character. Well, it is a race to 8. It's 4-3 to Sue Thompson. The players are taking a break, so we're going to join them. We'll see you in a couple of minutes' time. Brewer and Jim White.
It's the best of 15 Embassy Ladies Final. The number 1 and 2 seeds, Sue Thompson and Lisa Quick, finally poised here on center stage. 4-3 to Sue Thompson as she breaks off and nothing down. A chance for Lisa Quick to get back on level pegging here against the defending champion, Sue Thompson.
Yet again, another huge break. White ball did leave the bed of the table very slightly this time, but more controlled. However, big chance for Lisa. First up.
During the mid-session interval, Lisa Quick went outside the venue.
30 seconds.
The forum, the arena where the table is situated, but Sue Thompson didn't. She stuck to her chair, almost as though she wanted to remind herself well, more than likely, Keith, should have been a lot more than 4-3 in front.
Well, given the chances that she's had, yeah, I suppose that's probably fair comment. But also, Lisa, you know, could look back and say, well, I've had chances too. So it's been to and fro, and maybe 4-3 was probably maybe just fair at that stage.
I think it definitely benefits Lisa, though. She went into the interval having secured the last frame.
30 seconds.
And saying to me as I came back in that she could easily have won the first 5. And she wants the cue ball clean. Steve Brooker again brought into action to apply the white gloves to the cue ball.
Time running.
We haven't heard much of our timekeeper, have we, Keith? You don't hear that too often. Not even a 30-second warning from Tracy James from South Africa there. She's actually joined us in the comm box a few times.
That's right, for a referee, she's very knowledgeable indeed, and I'm sure she sees it from a different eye, from the referee's eye. Of course, we've got Steve Brooker refereeing this match, one of our most experienced and knowledgeable referees.
Not a lot of options here now for Lisa. That second red departing the surface. I think she intended to leave it near the corner pocket, which would be her next ball on.
30 seconds.
The only red she can see apparently looks to be the one she's cueing next to now. And that's confirmed with that camera angle. What about that shot then? Totally unintended, and she was quick to let Sue Thompson know that. It's still an awful lot of work to do, Keith.
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a lucky shot, really, to go in the way it did. I think she'd have settled for it just going over near the pocket somewhere.
Wonder if there's a chance that she can, that's what she's looking at now,
seconds.
possibly push that yellow to hopefully dislodge that red. It's obviously going to be left a chance.
Oh dear. I could see the idea of the shot, but I don't think the angle was quite there, Jim. I think she had to have it a lot thinner to move the ball up like that. I mean, it all stems back really for when she cut the red in and potted the other red by accident, and obviously if she just developed it, moved it towards the pocket, and she's still in prime position. The fluke didn't do her any good at all.
30 seconds.
Got to make sure she hits the cushion. Well, I thought she was just going to tap them, but she's actually decided to bring them all out in the open, but that can be a lethal thing to do when Sue's at the table.
So many options with all 7 yellows remaining to attack or try and force the foul, and with it buy yourself an insurance visit. Just depends how she feels right now. 4-3 in front. The first lady to reach 8 will be crowned the 2003 Embassy Whirlpool champion.
Well, Sue had a good look before she played that first shot, and I'm just wondering if she was actually contemplating playing a safety and trying to extract the 2 visits. But then I think she thought, oh well, I'll just carry on playing my normal game. So the problem ball really is going to be this one on the bottom cushion, and she'll try and get down there as quickly as she can, I would have thought. Yep, here we go, straight away. Always important, if you've got a ball down one end of the table, especially if it's on the cushion like this, try and get down and get on that ball as quickly as you can. She left herself a bit of an angle. But, well, there it is. Interesting. I mean, I just said that before, and I just wondered if she'd wait for the 2 shots. And elected there, Jim, to play the snooker. Not often we see Sue play that kind of shot.
Well, between Sue and Lisa, they have owned this event since 1999. The title has gone to one of these 2 ladies, and it's not going to be changing in 2003.
That was definitely hit and hope. Sometimes in pool, that's all you can do. There's certain situations like that, you know, there's no good just rolling up to the ball because all the yellows are on anyway. So sometimes you just got to give it a swipe, and now and again you do get lucky.
Well, she didn't have a lot of choice, did she really? And where that red's finished, it's even better for Sue Thompson. She can take out these 3 yellows, and even if she should miss unexpectedly, she knows she's not going to be leaving anything easy for Lisa Quick. Though I really don't expect her to miss from here. Just roll this down the bottom right corner. And Sue Thompson's two-frame cushion is restored. 5-3, she leads Lisa Quick. That was a more confident visit. Lisa Quick with a lot to concern herself with. Our studio guest, VIKKI Layton, commented that she thought the next frame would be very significant, meaning this one that was just finished, and it goes to Sue Thompson. That puts the pressure on Lisa now. And Lisa has just not come out and contested this final in the manner with which she would have liked. In a beautiful ballroom here at the Hilton Hotel in Blackpool. This has been the host venue for, well, a number of years now for this Embassy World title. It's become the home. Much like the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield has become the home of the Embassy World Snooker Championship.
Break, trailing by 5 frames to 3.
And Sue Thompson now will be in her chair enjoying that 5-3 lead as Lisa Quick cracks into them. Frame number 9 of a possible 15.
Open table.
Wasn't a particularly good break. I don't think she hit the centre of the pack there, and that's why the cue ball, if you watch, flies over to the side rail. And that's always an indication she's not hit it true. Still split the balls well.
But unfortunately now split them well for Sue Thompson. And Lisa's smiling. But I don't think she's too happy about the way she's played here at all, Keith. I think that might be just an imitation smile, trying to alleviate some of the nerves with which she started this match out.
Well, that's a good opening pot there from Sue once again. But unfortunately, all these reds have clustered up down here. So there's a bit of work to be done.
Well, she's got the red on the left-hand side. That would be a very thin cut. And the cue ball could be careening back into these reds if she so desires.
Not really the ideal kiss there. Of course, she was hoping just to finish on that red into the corner. There's not many options on here. Probably the red next to the black would go into the left-hand middle. But apart from that, a cheeky shot would be to play the red off the red into the middle. And maybe open up the other two reds. Just depends how she sees it.
30 seconds.
Definitely looking at it. Definitely. Could be red off red here. Into the centre. Left-hand centre pocket. Good try. Safety in mind as well there, Jim, with the cue ball.
And the reds are in the open now. No easy starting yellow for Lisa, apart from the one bottom left. And that is far from a formality.
Foul.
That could be
2
disaster.
visits.
Nothing going right for Lisa right now. Just look at this, Keith. Even though she missed the pot, she could never have expected to knock a red in there.
And I'll tell you what, Jim, she's missed that red, by, the yellow rather, by quite a way. She really is feeling it, I think, now. Anyway, although she'd given Sue the 2 visits, there was no easy pot for her. She's gone for the double. But to be honest, the way the reds are lying, there's no reason that she can't clear up here.
This first shot is probably the most significant one that she's going to play. and very awkward bridging. Pretty useful shot there. Now just wants to drop this one in.
More angle than what she wanted on this shot. Be nice to just drop this in. And that's what she's still going to do. Okay, she's played it well. A few options for the last red. Probably going to take it into the left-hand centre pocket as we look.
And that's nicely played. Now she can either drop this in if the black goes bottom left and stop the cue ball there, or follow through and play the black to the bottom right as we look. And being left-handed, this poses no problems. The foul proving decisive as far as Lisa Quick was concerned. And Sue Thompson quick to jump on the lead there. Now 6-3 for the first time, enjoying a 3-frame cushion in this ladies' final. A nice positional play here from Sue. I wonder if she's starting to see the finish line in this one. Very relaxed and cool. And is she reflecting on some of her past wins? I couldn't resist, Keith.
10th frame. Sue Thompson.
Frame number 10.
Leading by 6 frames to 3.
Sue, just a quick look to make sure everything's touching, and once she's assured of that, the next order of business will be to try to pocket red or yellow off the break. And the break has not proved an ally for either one of these ladies in this final.
Oh, that's right. They've both been breaking very powerfully. But not many balls going in on the break in this match. So yet again, another chance here for Lisa.
A lot easier to smile when you've got a 3-frame cushion. Mind you, if Lisa can secure this one, she'll be breaking in the next.
Red ball's in play.
Well, that was a bit careless. You can see her shaking her head. This was not the intended red.
No, and she shouldn't let her head get down there because the reds are actually very good. She can still cut this one back into the middle. It's a big pocket with the yellow being there as well. She won't be going in off because she'll be cutting it nice and thin.
30 seconds.
Obviously playful one on the bottom rail, but I'm going to go to plan B now. That's not too bad at all. Could be a lot worse. She's knocked the red over the pocket. It's a bit of space to get the cue ball in there.
Bit of an insurance policy too, top right. So she may not remove that one with any haste. But you can see, Keith, as you've already noted, it's just a matter of controlling the cue ball here into areas of the table with which to attack the reds. The black available.
30 seconds.
Well, I think surely she's got to come down table after this shot. Not the one, this is the ball. Come down the table now for these two. Well, we're going another way here. I just don't understand this. I thought surely you had to come down.
Yeah, she could have saved the two reds, the far end of the table left and top right, to the end, Keith, because this was an insurance policy, just if she should miss. And now, all her eggs are in one basket.
Yes, they certainly are. And I think most of the players really would have not taken these two balls first. They would have come down table for these two reds. Anyway, we all see it a different way, especially when you're out there under pressure. I think we should all bear that in mind. It is the world final. You only have a minute to make up your mind. When you hit that 30-second go, you've got to play your shot. Okay, well, a little bit away from the work, but if we can play this with a bit of drag and a bit of side, you should be able to hold for the last red on the rail. This is the key shot coming up now. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
When you're struggling, those pockets look like mouse's ear holes.
Always a danger, of course, if you're trying to roll a ball in. That's why I suggested maybe play it with a bit of drag. And that's why we don't like rolling them. Quite simple as that. Whether she'll get another go, well, you'd like to think so if you look at where the yellows are positioned on the left-hand side. But we fought this about 3 or 4 frames ago, Jim, and Sue took out a really nice finish.
Well, this one would put her on the hill at 7-3. Good little shot there. The problem yellow is the one just below the cue ball now. Unless she can get below that yellow to play it top left.
Well, I'll tell you what she can do, Jim. If she leaves the ball over the middle that she's just cannoned into, she can play that yellow up onto it and maybe make it into the middle. Now, she's thinking that in her mind, she will leave the one over the middle.
Well, if she wants to do that, Keith, she's got to play this yellow bottom right
30
then.
seconds.
Try and get that now and take the cue ball over the left-hand side. I don't know whether the angle presents that shot. Possibly not. But I think in leaving it, that's exactly what she's going to do.
Yeah.
And you've got to like the way her thought process is there.
Absolutely. She's definitely looking at the finish. And she's played the ball. What she's done, she's deliberately left the angle on this yellow at the bottom now, and she's going to screw in behind it. Because it isn't one of where you can't just roll it up the cushion, otherwise the ball won't drop in. You've got to play it up the cushion so the yellow comes away slightly and then makes the pot in the middle. So she needs to get, well, what about that?
Then again,
what do we know?
when you can play like Sue Thompson and you've got 4 world titles already secured on your resume, you don't rule anything out. What a shot there. Didn't look like the conventional path, Keith, but she's just hacked a path through the woods nevertheless.
What you have to admire, especially for a lady player, is the cue power. I mean, there's a lot of men that would have struggled to play shots like that, and that was a fantastic shot.
You know what else I like about Sue, and we've seen it in years past, is when she sees the finish line, her game raises a level or two. They always say the toughest ones to win are the first and the last. With Sue, I don't know if that holds true. 6-3 in front as we speak. And it's the first to 8. This would take her to 7-3. All she needs is the black to secure that lead. Confirmation now. 1 frame win away from yet another title as Sue Thompson. 7-3 in front of Lisa Quick. Keith, that was some finish.
Yeah, it was. It was a high-quality finish from a high-quality player. And, I mean, it could be forgiven for saying that, you know, there's a lot of players would have gone for the safeties, but just look at this shot here. We'd already called another shot, but what a fantastic shot. Plenty of cue power. You can only admire that.
Well, it just seemed like she had the angle to play the shot we noted. And the way that she played it, not only did it show cue power, but it showed a lot of confidence. The ability to know that she was going to hit that yellow and then clear them up, as you just saw again in our replay. And she didn't miss one in the replay either. 7-3. Sue Thompson on the verge of her 5th World Championship. Never before accomplished. Linda Ledbetter, who later became, or was earlier, sorry, Linda Moffat, got married, became Linda Ledbetter. She holds 4 world titles. And Sue Thompson looking to eclipse that mark. And standing in her way now is only Lisa Quick, with no room for error.
Oh, another awesome break here. Just amazing that no balls are going down on the break. Just watch this. Everything moving around, and the black's moved about 1 inch off its spot.
Well, not to dredge up any bad memories from last year, but Lisa Quick got beat 8-3 in last year's final. And that's a scoreline that is imminent in this year's final.
Yellow ball's in play.
Looking at the yellows, there's no reason that this match shouldn't be over right now. They all pot. There's nothing awkward. There's not even one awkward ball on the table.
Looks like, Keith, if she drops onto that one in the left center nearest the middle pocket, and that's exactly what she's looking at right now, just nearest the center pocket. If she can drop onto that, she might be able to feather that one into the side. So here we go. Won't get on it any better than this. And if she gets this, you have to fear the worst for Lisa Quick. I think it's fair to say Lisa Quick wasn't at her best today, but that's to take nothing away from Sue Thompson. Looking to become the greatest lady player in the history of World Pool, with 5 world championships. Just wants to make sure of things.
30 seconds.
Just bring this back out into the middle of the table, really, Keith.
Overdone it a little bit, I think, but couldn't afford to be short, and that was the secret there. And probably just come around the back of 2 cushions and take the black in the same pocket as this yellow.
Again, just a little extra time. Center pocket for a 5th world championship. You can book it now, Sue Thompson. You have duplicated last year's effort. An 8-3 victory over Lisa Quick, and Sue Thompson has just secured her 5th Embassy Ladies World Championship.
A phenomenal achievement. Sue Thompson, a 5-time world champion. She played well.
She did, yes. Toward the end, she did play very well, hold herself together. Brilliant.
Lisa Quick, slightly disappointed.
I should imagine she will be. She's had her chances to get back into this match, and you know, it could have easily been her picking up the trophy now, but it just didn't happen for her.
Okay, well, Lisa Quick, it didn't quite happen for her this time, but she's with Alan. Let's hear what she has to say.
Well, girls, not a classic by any means, I'm sure you'd agree, but for all that, very entertaining final. It just seemed you couldn't get into the match today, Lisa, is that right?
Yeah, I think I had my chances, to be honest. I could have been 5-0 up, to be honest. It was me leaving Sue in, but after the interval, Sue played brilliant, and I didn't really get a look in.
No, I mean the frame before the interval, when you got the one frame behind, it looked then as though you were going sort of 2 frames behind. All of a sudden, you're back in the match, but the second half, you never fired.
No, I mean, I really don't think I did get a chance in the second half. I made one mistake, which Sue, again, just capitalised on. You know, you can't afford to make one mistake, really, against her. She's going to finish the table, so, you know, you just got to give her credit.
Well, it's been a very interesting final. Maybe we get the feeling that you gave her a little bit too much respect.
No, I don't respect her, I just hate her now, so...
Sue, another great win, another final. How does it feel? Does it get easier?
No, I'm getting older as well. But, yeah, we both didn't perform really the first session. It was a bit scrappy. We both missed a lot of balls. But I think with me leading 4-3, gave me a bit of confidence and sat in my chair and just concentrated and actually performed in the second session, which is nice.
Well, you haven't been beaten for 18 months. Does that put any more pressure on you each match you go out?
Yeah, because I think everybody's after me skin. You know, every match that you play and everyone wants to actually beat you. So, you know, the pressure's there, but I seem to be performing under pressure, so it's really nice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about once again your appreciation for both finalists? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask you to welcome the presentation party consisting of Peter Manzi, Marketing Manager Imperial Tobacco Limited, accompanied by our Tournament Director, George Harwood. And, ladies and gentlemen, first to the runner-up is a cheque for £1,500. Our congratulations once again for reaching a final. It goes to Lisa Quick. And now to the winner. It's a cheque for £2,500. There's a magnum of champagne to celebrate. And the title of this year's Ladies Embassy World 8-ball full champion goes to Sue Thompson. Sue Thompson, ladies and gentlemen.
Very popular winner there, Sue Thompson. A quick word from VIKKI LAYTON before we leave. Are you going to break this stranglehold next year?
I hope so. It's about time somebody did, isn't it?
Well, we wish you all the best. It's been a wonderful event. Quite simply, Sue Thompson is the Ladies Embassy World Professional Champion of 2003. From all of us here in Blackpool, until next time, goodbye.